up, when I was a really little kid, it was always the car I wanted. I wanted to have a Lamborghini, whether it was a Murcielago back then, but now obviously being a Huracan. And the first lap I did in the car, I'll never forget. It was absolutely astonishing in how much power the car has. Obviously the handling of the car was very impressive. Before that, I'd not done a lot of driving and touring cars, so going straight from a single-seater into the Lamborghini, the Super Trofeo, was fantastic. A lot better than I expected, and yeah, high expectations, and it definitely succeeded.
Uphill, second, slotting in behind him is Christopher Meese. The cars pour through Eau Rouge.
It's going to be the biggest challenge of my life, I'm sure. I'm the best prepared possible for what's coming, and the team that I have around me, the environment I'll be in, will be the best. Will put me in the best stead possible for it. Look, I'm looking forward to racing in it. It's going to be a gigantic race, and I've got very high expectations of myself, but I think it's all achievable. The Super Trofeo, being a one-make series, they don't have any balanced performance, so you get to experience all the Lamborghini horsepower, and being with BOP in the GT3 car, you definitely have a lot more aerodynamics, a lot more downforce, a lot more grip available, bigger tyre as well, so more mechanical grip too, but then you're down on power a little bit just to have that parity with the different manufacturers.
We're getting the STO here, which is basically a road legal version of the car you raced. What are these cars like?
It's wild. So much power delivery. The stopping power on the car is insane, and it's just so precise. The way the dynamic of the car. So it's super positive on the steering, lots of car control. Gives you a great sense of confidence, but also a lot of fun to drive as well.
Almost too much for the road?
Maybe, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. It looks incredibly fast for a road car, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what it's like in the flesh. At the end of 2019, I actually went and did a test in Italy, so that was quite an incredible trip, and tested the GT3 car, the car that I'll be racing this year. Did a really good job, and they were very impressed, and from then the relationship just grew. They got in contact with me and said that they'd love to have me back and take that next step into the GT3 Junior program. So obviously I took the challenge with open arms, and here we are, and yeah.
So what's that mean?
So this year I'll be supported by Lamborghini in terms of engineering and things as well. So with the Young Driver program, at the end of the year there's a shootout. I didn't make the shootout, unfortunately, but obviously did a good enough job to get their attention for the test. So this time I actually have factory support through engineering. I'm able to use their facilities in Italy as well, which is quite incredible. Yeah, so a few other things that will happen throughout the year too.
And what is the next step this could lead to?
So after this, it's yeah, top of the ladder, I guess you'd say. I have to do a very good job this year. I have to perform. So there's a lot of expectation there in terms of the factory, but all things going well, I do a good job out on the circuit, a good job with everything else that comes with motor racing. It's obviously not all about what happens on the track. There's an opportunity for me to take that next step again, which could get me very heavily involved with the factory.
So what you be part of the Squadra Corsa, is that correct?
Yeah, Squadra Corsa factory team. So
what's it like to think of being...
Honestly,
how big a dream is that?
Everyone has an ambition of being in Formula One, and for sure when I was very young I had that, and as soon as I got a taste of GT3 and what Lamborghini had, that was out the window, and I didn't worry about that anymore. My goal was set to be a factory driver.